everybody. Welcome to Three Dads in a Podcast. I'm your host, Beady Birdo Batman.
It's your boy, Daddy Los.
And we're here reviewing The Batman. Boo. Can't get a kick of this mascot.
To the Batmobile.
To the Batmobile. Oh my God, it's been a while, but we're back.
We're back, baby.
We finally made time to do this podcast. We've been busy. We've been busy saving Gotham from, I don't know, drugs and overdoses.
We must look like idiots. Well, you can clearly tell that we're excited about, the review. So, after one watch, what are your thoughts? What do you feel about watching about The Batman?
Oh my God, The Batman. It was, for me, it was really good. Like, it reminded me of Arkham. And also, if you ever read The Court of Owls, the same thing or whatever. It mixed a lot. It mixed, like, Arkham. It mixed Hush. It mixed, what's it called? Court of Owls or whatever. It was, for me, it was good. I don't want to go into details yet. I kind of want to see where you're at. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was, like, the best one. But it's up there for me. I probably have to see it a second time.
Yeah, I agree with you right now. I think there's a lot of these bloggers and people I think they're going through a lot of recency bias, so everyone's like, it's the best movie, it's the best movie. We've been able to kind of like reflect and being able to process all the whole Dark Knight trilogy, so we can really say like, all right, it's up there. But I think because it's so fresh right now, like everyone's saying that it's amazing, and it is amazing. I loved everything about it. I really do think that this is a different Batman film. Yeah. So how do you compare it to The Dark Knight?
You know what? It definitely, like, Warner Brothers, they do good standalones. Like,
I agree.
They do really good standalones. I think they should just do that and stop mixing everything, but they do really good standalones. So for me, this Batman, like, it was more, how do you say it? Relatable, because, when he narrates, it's only 2 years. He's only been 2 years into being Batman or whatever. So he's still, you could see the grief, like he is traumatized and stuff from 100%. Everything. So this one's more relatable, more like what was it? Orphan kid, whatever. Like, doesn't really care. Like,
it was more
what
real,
happens
right?
to him. It was more real.
It was more real because you can tell that he was a person. Yeah. And he was vulnerable, right? He had these, like, he was very, and what I loved about this movie specifically is how they made Bruce Wayne or Batman, like, they portrayed him as this, like, real emo, anti-social kind of, like, really kind of, not dark in a bad way, but he was, you know what I mean?
Bruce Wayne doesn't define him yet. Like, Bruce Wayne is like, Bruce Wayne is the character or whatever. Like, Bruce Wayne is like, his mask or whatever. Batman is who he is in this film, and Bruce Wayne is like, yo, whatever. Like, like, it's almost like a celebrity. Like, you don't see them on the street.
Right.
So, like,
I agree.
So, like, here in Gotham, like, Bruce Wayne ain't gonna walk down the road. Yep. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's why you see how, like, when, like, people were so shocked to see Bruce, it's because you can tell the past couple of years he hasn't really been out there in the limelight. You know what I mean? So, but I like it that it was fresh. You could tell it was year 2, right? And he was still kind of making these mistakes. He was vulnerable, but they made him like human and not this unstoppable Batman, kind of character. He got hit a couple times. He got, like,
beat up. That last scene, he got a shotgun to the chest. Like, he got his ass kicked.
He got his ass sick. But even remember when he was up top in the roof escaping.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And he ended up using that. It wasn't his cape or whatever. It's like a bat
blow up doll suit.
There's a thing for it. But you know what I mean? You can see the fear in him where he was like,
oh shit,
oh
like,
damn,
I gotta jump.
I gotta jump, and he still hadn't maneuvered that. And I thought that was beautiful. You know what I mean?
So the way I felt like this movie, it was more like grounded. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like, 100%. It's like Daredevil. Like, if you see the Daredevil show, it's grounded. Like, it's like, like, I felt like this Gotham, I would never fucking walk around that. This Gotham was like, I mean, Christopher Nolan did a good job of his, but this one I was like, yeah, I ain't going, like, anywhere around here.
No, man, I think it's the best description of Batman within
Yeah.
the comic books. It was very comic book, and it was, again, and I say it's different because he was more. It was a detective. It was like I was watching True Detectives or something
Correct.
like that. You know
So
what I mean?
even the slow parts, like, because it did get slow, but like you were still intrigued because
Yeah.
he's actually doing detective work. It's not like the other movies where like they cut to like the villain, they have their own scene or
Right.
whatever, and then they cut back. It's more like you follow like his progressions through the movie or whatever. Like he's involved pretty much in every single scene, which I
So
love.
almost in every scene.
Yeah.
That's insane that
Yeah.
he was almost in every scene.
You know what I really loved was the eyeshadow.
Mm-hmm.
So when he took off his costume or whatever to ride his motorcycle, he still had it on.
He
like,
still had it on.
if you see like the Michael Keaton when he's like what was it, Part 2 when he's confronting
Batman Returns.
Yeah, Batman Return when he's confronting Catwoman, he takes off his cowl and like he has nothing.
He has
Like,
nothing. Yeah.
This was like, oh, I gotta get on my motorcycle and ride around or whatever. Like
But
it's
he's still
gonna be
he's
there.
He's still in. I mean, he's not a character, but he's still like in the uniform, in the suit.
Correct. Yeah.
You know. By the way, I think that's just the suit that they got that suit from the Batman games.
That suit was dope.
It was fire.
That
it
suit
was
was
very
dope.
super realistic. I like that there was metal because again,
And then you
let's
could
be
tell
real.
like he could move his neck or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that shit was.
I
dope.
like that. Again, it was very realistic. I think. I mean, could you see a hero like that in real life?
Actually, his suit looked comfortable.
It looked comfortable, but I'm saying that looks like somebody that was legit fighting crime.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where he
it was
peed,
very,
but I'm sure
yeah, I know,
he
right?
had some
Did he have a
some mechanism. I wish one movie would like show us like
Show
how they
him
pee,
peeing,
right?
right?
Like, he's in the back.
I mean, he's always in the alleys, right? He's yeah.
That was. What do you think about the like his narration? Did you think it fit? Did you like it?
I liked it.
I liked it too. I
liked
actually enjoyed it. Like it gave you like whatever the opening scene, and then his explaining himself and like really setting it up, and like how they played where like his light goes up, and then they're like every dark alley, every dark corner, like you don't know if he's gonna be there.
Yeah,
because
they portrayed obviously this is a Batman who's only been doing it for 2 years,
Yeah.
so he's what is he? What does he call himself in the movie?
Yeah.
He's vengeance. Right,
Exactly.
So everyone's like afraid of this guy, So when the lights pop up, everyone's like, "Oh, damn, Batman's around."
I love that how they kept using that against him. Like I'm vengeance, and Catwoman's like, "Oh, let's go vengeance." Like,
Yeah, let's go
like they
vengeance,
really
yeah.
used it like against him or
If
whatever.
I'm not mistaken, I think they only used the Batman
once.
throughout the whole 3 hours,
Which
and
was
I thought
awesome.
that was kind of cool because at first I was confused and I was like, "Does he know his? Does he have a name?"
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, "Well, is he not the Batman yet?"
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't get no. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I just know. I was just curious.
I think they called him the Batman, but I don't think he ever referred to himself as the Batman
Yeah.
or whatever. I think people called him and like the name grew, but he was like, "No, I'm just vengeance.
I'm just
like,
vengeance,
I'm just
yeah.
vengeance out here. I'm just like a symbol that I'm gonna whoop some ass or whatever," which was pretty dope. Like, what was it? So, what'd you think of Catwoman?
She was really good.
You know what? Like, I felt like, oh man, they're
I
just
thought she
putting-
was. For some reason, I liked her better than Anne Hathaway.
Me too.
And I love Anne Hathaway. I think she's hot.
So for me, I felt like she fit the story. Like she needed to be a part of the story. Like what her progressions, like her helping him, like it needed to be there or
Yep.
whatever. Like he couldn't go in the club or like he had to use her. So her story, like to work her in, helped like guide his story or whatever, which was pretty dope. Because Anne Hathaway kind of felt like a side character or whatever. Like it wasn't like if you took her out, she didn't really do anything. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The movie would have not really made a big difference. But I don't think this movie is so good if Catwoman is not. In
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
because
That's why Catwoman,
they work together. You can tell that love story started to kind of build.
She was
and
really good in it.
She was amazing. She was amazing. And I can just see her going into like.
That's Zoe Kravitz.
Yep.
You know.
Shout out.
Shout out to Zoe Kravitz.
I liked her. I thought she was great. I think she portrayed a different type of Catwoman, and I think to me you got to put her up there.
And I think this is what this movie was about. It's about Reeves taking all these characters and doing a different version. Like it's not like the Riddler. We know him like Jim Carrey or even the Batman TV show. Like he's just over the top, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this guy scares the shit out of me. Like that opening scene when like the mayor's like watching TV and like he turns it off and all you see is his glasses. I was like, okay, we're okay. I know what we're doing here.
It was definitely scary, man, and it was hard for me to even for like hour was getting used to even the Riddler because you're so used to seeing this kind of character, different type, and it was just different. Yeah. And for once you see the Riddler who's not physically. He doesn't have those physical attributes that every supervillain or superhero has, but his superpower, his power is his brain. His brain, how smart he is, and like there's nothing better than that. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm gonna beat you with my power. Exactly. You know what I mean? With my brain, and even these riddles, I was like, wow, like
even towards like they didn't even figure it out till like the very like the whole Falcone twist or whatever. They didn't even figure it out till like almost like maybe 30 minutes left of the movie. Like
I didn't even like it hit me and I was like Falcone. I was like, of course, Falcon.
Falcon, yeah. So he I forgot his real name. I think it starts with a D. Deondo, something like that. Yeah. Really good. He's so good.
What'd you think of Colin Farrell?
I couldn't even recognize him. I whispered to my wife, I'm like, yo, I can't even recognize. Like, I don't know who's the makeup person. Do you like
that or do you not like that you couldn't recognize?
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So I'm a little iffy about that. I mean, he was great.
Yeah.
He was great, but I'm like, damn, show me a little Colin.
Yeah.
But again, it didn't matter. He's an amazing.
There was one scene.
They got him because he was an amazing.
There was one scene where you could see it in like it was him like in his eyes or whatever. Yeah. When I think it was before the car chase, where he revs up the car and you're like, okay, that's Colin Farrell. Like you could tell like or whatever. But I liked it. Like I think it.
I thought he was amazing. I thought it was a different Penguin.
Yeah,
and there was not too much origin on him either.
Yeah, he's not even powerful yet. He's not even like nothing. He was getting shitted on by
everyone. He was nothing. He really wasn't.
So I know when I was reading articles and stuff, they said like so they're gonna do it different with this this universe. Well, just the Batman universe where they're gonna use the TV shows.
Yep, the spin-off,
Spin-offs instead of doing like Marvel movies where it's a connected. The spin-offs are gonna connect. So the Penguin spin-off will be him rising to power. So when you get to the Batman movie, he's already going to be powerful or whatever.
That makes
which
sense.
Is smart to do.
That makes sense
way.
because the movies aren't going to be let's say at least 3, 4, 5 years away.
Yeah.
So you want to know what's happening within that time. And that's going to create that story. Of course, a lot of people aren't going to watch or aren't going to keep track, aren't going to keep up with the Penguin. But I think that's cool. I like that they're going to be doing that with the Penguin. I love what they're doing with Arkham. Because
I didn't even know that about. Spoiler alert: Martha's last name is Arkham. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
That was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
And that's amazing. And that's what made me think of the Court of Owls when I'm not into that like white power SJW bullshit, but it made sense in here when she said, yeah, all the white people in power, which is true. Like that's what was in power, so it made sense in that scenario. And you're like, wait, Martha Arkham, like they built it just for her, and then they expanded it or whatever because they had to hide her away. And then Bruce Wayne's family had power in the city, which is it made sense. It tied in.
It ties everything up. I'd like to see how that ties up with the Court of Owls because they're this secret society.
Correct.
So now I'm starting to, I was thinking to myself where it's like, Arkham.
Yeah, I think we're going to go deeper into the parents' origins. I think
it has to because you quite don't really know how they got outed, right?
Correct. There had to be a bigger decision. I think I would say Falcone was the one that ordered the hit, but I feel like someone ordered him to do the hit or whatever.
So you think it's much steeper than that.
Correct,
so obviously the whole cops, the whole city really much worked for Falcone, but Falcone was...
Correct. Yeah. Which they're gonna do the Gotham PD or whatever spin-off too, and see how corrupt the cops are.
That's right.
It's gonna be pretty dope.
See, but I like the Arkham the most, man, because
they're doing a show too for that.
Right. Yeah, so the show to me, it gives me that Oz vibe.
Yeah. Right? That's how I want. That's what I want.
The New Black kind of vibe. You're getting the prisoners' perspective on Arkham. Batman is the bad guy here.
I want Arkham to be like Oz. Like I want it to be like that. Like that fucked up. Like that.
No, I agree.
Brutal or whatever. It
has to be.
Give me subtle characters. Don't give me over the top. Like don't give me the shark.
No.
Shark guy or the crocodile. Like,
No, that's good because what happens is, and this is where what Marvel does really well is that they'll make these, you know, other characters that aren't
yeah,
so popular, and they build them.
yeah,
And I think Arkham and DC can start doing that.
yeah. I think so too. So what'd you think of Alfred, his character? I mean, he didn't have that many scenes, but I felt like when he was in there, he was like, it was powerful. Like
Really?
especially when he first opens up, and like he's trying to get through to him, like through to Bruce Wayne, and it's not happening. Like you could tell, like Bruce is like, "You're not my dad." Like he
You're
tells
not
him,
my
like, "You're
dad.
not my dad," and you could see it. Like
You
oh,
can tell
like,
that they're
yeah,
not there yet.
correct. Yeah,
You know what I mean? And like Alfred is just trying to kind of be there for him, but like also guiding him.
Yep.
And you know, Bruce is
Like Alfred loves him, so he kind
yeah.
of doesn't want to overstep, and Bruce is just like, whatever. You just work for my family. Like you're like. You had to be my guardian or whatever, which was very surprising.
Yo,
but
it was rude. It was rude.
Rude,
You know,
yes.
like I was like, oh, the way
Yeah.
he's talking to Alfred, I would have like.
yeah, he's
You
like,
know?
yeah, Alfred, you can help
But
me.
he was so set in his ways. You know, he
Yeah.
was he was so deep into this Batman character of his. You know what I mean? Fighting Vince, trying to solve crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That there was no turning back. There was no like, no, I'm not taking a break. I'm not calming down.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna go to these meetings
Yep.
and
yep,
stuff like that.
yeah.
So I liked Alfred.
I think next movie he'll get more. But do you think, because he does, he does reveal that he trained Bruce how to fight or whatever. Do you think he was just too harsh on him? Like that's why there's such a disconnect
that's a good
because.
question. So what I was curious about was does in this universe does he end up training with like Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah, that's,
You know what I mean? Did he go out and train? That's what I want to know. Is and just like you, like did Alfred train him? But I want to know where is he getting all these moves from? Right, like, all this training from. It's got to go somewhere. You know?
Yeah, I thought the Alfred character. I wish I had more time, but who knows what was going on with filming, the pandemic, and like there was a lot of stuff going on. So, did I feel like he needed to be in there more? No, but it gave like the emotional, like when the bomb goes off or whatever, it kind of pulls Bruce Wayne's like emotional side a little bit because Alfred gets blown up. He finds out his dad, made a mistake or whatever, and like that's like it kind of pulled his emotional side together, like almost like okay, I gotta flip, like I gotta flip how I am, but he's not there yet or whatever. Because he knows that, like, he even says it. He's been doing it for 2 years, and, like, he thinks that scaring people is what does it, and it's not working. Like, crime has risen, like,
he's almost the reason for that, too.
All right, let's go into, what is it, the Batmobile.
Ooh.
What'd you think?
I don't know. I was not the biggest fan.
No?
I like the original Batmobile. I even like the Dark Knight Batmobile. But again, it's different. It's meant to be...
This is like grounded muscle car. It was a muscle car.
It was a muscle car. I liked it, but I didn't, I wasn't in love with it. You know what I mean? It was a whatever.
Because you have, like, the classic in your head, like, this is a... Yeah. No, I get you. Like, that thing ain't shooting rockets. Like, that thing's just chasing and you're going to crash it.
Goes through fire, great.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really didn't care for it. Obviously, the design of the car, muscle car, is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's better than any of... but again, that's just me. That's just...
No, I flipped a little bit when it revved, but like you, I like...
Oh, no, I got super excited.
Yeah,
I was like, I completely forgot he had a freaking Batmobile.
I liked it, but then like, I'm just drawn to the other... Like, we had so many good, like, Batmobiles. Even the classic,
But it's realistic.
Adam West, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but the Batmobile is realistic to the movie.
Correct, yeah.
Realistic to the movie.
To the movie, yes.
So, yes, it makes sense for the movie, but if you're asking me how do I compare it, I don't.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I don't put it up there with the rest.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
It does give that element,
So where do you put the suit? Like, if you put Batmobile low, which I would put it low because I'm so used to like the other ones.
Yeah.
And it's so iconic or whatever. What do you think of the suit? Where would you rank that one?
I love the suit. I didn't really care for the gadgets he had on his forearm.
Yeah. I was
I
gonna
never
ask
even
you
used it, to
like
be honest with you. The only thing even that I don't
like
remember.
a couple times, but not
But
really.
I mean, one because I played the video games, so I loved it.
Yeah.
So I like the bat suit myself. Again, it's very realistic, because again, that they made the movie so real that you need a suit that the bullet's not gonna go through the armor.
Correct.
So it's
Yeah.
got to be kind of armored. He should be able to kind of move around. I liked it. I personally liked it, and usually it takes me a while to get even used to the bat suit, and I had no issues. I loved it.
Nice. All right, so my bat suit. It's funny how like the bat suit is like pretty much the same design, but people just keep making it different, which is, I think I like that. Like make it a little different, make it your own or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't see. That's the thing. I like the Nolan like Batman Begins one, the first one or whatever before he like
he's
kind of upgraded.
He's got really cool suits. The only thing I didn't like is the mask. It's like very.
Oh, the mask, yeah. And then what was it? And then Michael Keaton's just so iconic. Like
yeah, of course, that's where it all started.
Well,
not where it all started.
The yellow right here and shit, like you feel that shit right here. But yeah. All right, to the main course. Video's going way too long. Robert Pattinson, Team Edward. Was he Team Edward or did he lose to Team Jacob?
I was a little worried that he was gonna, the fangs were gonna come out and he was gonna bite somebody. No, listen, I went in like, I don't know why, I don't like this guy.
Yeah.
And I came out a fan. Yeah. I literally was like, again, he portrayed his version of Batman and Bruce Wayne perfect, and I don't understand why people are upset because there wasn't enough Bruce Wayne.
This is the first time that Bruce Wayne has never been in a suit in these movies.
What do you mean?
Like every Batman movie, Bruce Wayne has been in a suit, like a tuxedo.
No, he was.
Yeah, just for the funeral or whatever.
Suit, yeah.
But no, he didn't go like out of like a suit to like a gala or something like that.
I like that. Like, I like that. Again, they made him. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about Pattinson. I mean, I just think he was amazing.
What do you think about the voice?
The voice, I thought it was good.
Yeah, the voice was
good.
Not bad.
It wasn't over the top.
Yep.
You also couldn't really, distinguish. You could, but you know what I mean. Like if it was a random person, you're not gonna know. Like, oh, that's what Bruce Wayne. That's what he sounds like. So I really liked him. Where do you rank him amongst the Batmans?
You know what? I have to watch the movie again, but I rank him 2.
Over like, who? I mean,
So I always rank Keaton first.
Really?
I like Keaton.
See, I've got Bale, Pattinson, Keaton.
Oh, okay. See, we'll reverse.
And Ben Affleck, like I said.
Ben Affleck will be 4th for me.
See, I don't care for Ben Affleck because I felt like he played a really good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And a shitty Batman.
Yeah.
And I think to me, you should be able to portray both characters.
So that was George Clooney. George Clooney played a good Bruce Wayne, suave, but not a good Batman. Right. Actually, Val Kilmer got shafted. I would say Val Kilmer got shafted.
Just that the movies weren't that good.
Just because they didn't give him that much. Like they didn't really let him talk too much. Like they let everybody else talk in the movie. If you notice, the villains like they run rampant. They have cool lines or whatever, and Val Kilmer is just straight. Like Batman, this is the line. This is Batman. Do not like get past that or whatever. And he says in his documentary, he said, if it wasn't so tough, like they would have gave him some more stuff to do, he would have came back because that movie made a shitload of money.
Yeah, it made a lot of money.
It made a lot of money before they transitioned to who was it? Clooney, right? So I like Keaton. I mean, Batman Returns, like that was
such a good movie.
That movie,
it's
like,
just so nostalgic too. You just watch it and it gives you.
I watched it at a drive-up theater.
Yeah.
But Pattinson, I know Pattinson's work. Like I've seen him in other shit.
Right, but I also need to see more of him. Even though 3 hours is more than enough, but like you got to be able to watch a sequel to say.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's just good enough. This is why people say like, how do you? They compare it to The Dark Knight, and it's like that was a sequel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Dark Knight was a sequel. Yeah.
So where do you?
People say that Batman Begins is better than this one. I prefer this one than Batman Begins. Like for a first movie, I prefer this one. This one told me a better story of Batman, and a better story of Bruce Wayne and his family.
Yeah. Honestly, I yes, but there wasn't enough origin of the Batman.
And I think that's why.
But they
I think they set it up that way
Of
so the
course.
sequels can
Of
be
course,
more.
there's more.
They can
You
attach
and
more.
that's why I'm telling you.
The only thing good about Batman Begins is the twist and the training with Ra's al Ghul, because that's like, oh shit, we haven't seen Ra's al Ghul or whatever.
Yep.
So, but no, I would put this one. I would put Returns, Dark Knight, because Dark Knight is, I don't think anyone can top. Like, Heath Ledger carries that by himself or whatever, and then I would put this one, to be honest with you.
So I would say I'd put Dark Knight first.
Yeah.
The Batman right now, again, it's in my head right now.
Yep.
So I got to put that.
That's why I'm gonna wait till my second showing and see if it goes higher or.
So I put those two right now.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm gonna go with the Dark Knight. I have to.
So
until I see the Batman again. But again, they're two different films. You know what I do compare the Batman to? The Joker.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's a different feeling when you go into the theater.
Man. That's what I was thinking to myself. It's like, instead of you getting the Joker's perspective, you know, it's more of like the
right when it started, I was like, right when the opening scene and he's talking, I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be like, it's not gonna be over the top. Like, this is gonna be like suspense, keep you in your chair. Like, this is a different type of movie or whatever.
I feel like I got straight to the point too.
Yeah.
Straight to the point. Yeah. So, how about this? Better villains. The Batman or Dark Knight?
Dark Knight. Dark Knight. The Batman, he was good. I mean, but you didn't get like a whole lot of him, kind of. You got like those video clips and like, you know, but the Joker, he had scenes with the mobsters that lasted like 4 or 5 minutes. Like, he had like the another scene when he like burns the money. He has that boat scene.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, every scene he has so many iconic scenes.
Yeah, that opening scene.
Quotables.
Nothing beats that opening scene.
Yeah,
like that whole like you shoot this guy or the bank heist or whatever. That was genius or whatever.
You know, but I keep going back and forth. I mean, and I agree with you. I think the Dark Knight definitely has the better villains. But as I keep like, Colin Farrell did an amazing Penguin.
Yeah,
he really was an amazing.
I wanted more of him.
Right.
I wanted
and
him.
So did I. But they probably, you know, he wasn't the main
They're definitely
villain.
saving it.
Of course they are. And then, but the Riddler, man, jeez, I was just so impressed with the way you know what I mean? The way they made him. I mean, I just think everything about the Riddler was freaking great.
Yeah.
What the only thing that I have, not even against the movie, is that they introduced Joker at the very end. Spoiler.
Yeah.
So it's like, if he's his biggest villain, I'm gonna say Batman.
Is he the Joker yet?
Yes, right. If that is the Joker, then that means that the Batman has captured him.
But has he been the Joker? Or he's just a random psychopath and hasn't evolved to like that. So I kind of want to see, like, is it petty crime, like, you know, like beating some guy up or whatever?
I mean, he's in Arkham, locked up, and you know.
That's the thing. But then, like, does he put everyone in Arkham? Like, so I didn't mind it because I think it's good setup. Like, it's I
do think it's a good setup, but I am asking myself.
Yeah.
If he's in Arkham for a reason, which means that it's possible that Batman knows of this character, knows of this villain.
I guess there was a cut scene or whatever. Where they cut it out of the movie where they ran into each other at Arkham or whatever. But not that, like, to say like he's the Joker, just like.
Yeah, of course.
Like, kind of almost like Joker, like.
Obviously, we know. Yeah, we know who he is.
We know.
But they're not introducing him as the actual character, the Joker.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, maybe he's an Arkham, like, psychopath, like, but he hasn't evolved yet. I think he hasn't evolved yet. I would love to see that kind of. I mean, like what they did with Joaquin Phoenix, but actually in a Batman film. Like, I mean, you got what was it, Jack Nicholson, but you know, got into a pit and then like. Psychopath or whatever. Yep. This Dark Knight, mysterious, like you don't know shit or whatever.
That's what I like about it, man. It's like, how do you put, like, for example, like Clayface in a movie, right?
Yeah.
Or even Bane. You possibly could, right? You could do movies like that, but I just don't see any crossovers with like superheroes, like super villains. You know what I mean? With like these superpowers. Yeah, no, it's all gonna be realistic, but
that's how they should have done Suicide Squad, the first one.
Yeah.
It should have been a grounded villain. Like, it shouldn't have been like. Whatever powerful witch bullshitter was.
Yeah, but then we would have not gotten Peacemaker, which was freaking amazing.
Well, yeah, because the first one kind of sucked.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Peacemaker was good. All right, so what is it? Final thoughts?
I'm gonna give it 3 baby daddies.
you know what? I'm gonna give it 3 Baby Daddies. Like, it was a good movie. Started off the year. Hold on, guys. Hey, Phantom Fresh, you're on the podcast.
Oh, my bad, guys. Go ahead, Alex. Tell him.
I'm,
Tell him. He wants to know.
I'm recording. What's up?
The kids beat us in the parents versus kids basketball game.
Jesus, I'm gonna call you back while we're filming. Talk to you later.
Oh, my bad. You guys are filming.
Yeah. That was Freddie. He had basketball with his son, so he couldn't make it tonight. But yeah, 3 Baby Daddies. I can't wait to watch it again. I'm gonna watch it Wednesday again.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it Wednesday.
We're gonna watch it Wednesday. You're gonna come with?
Yep.
I'll get our tickets.
I'm in there.
It's gonna be early though.
What time?
Like, I'm trying to go after work like 3 or 4.
It's gotta be after. Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah.
We'll
See,
figure
this
it
guy.
out. I'll be there.
But hey guys, stick around. We got a special segment with our kids who are going to review the movie for about 2 or 3 minutes, and we're just going to ask them questions and they're just going to spout off. But thank you for listening to this portion. Stay on and they'll be right in. Hey guys, welcome to 3 Dads to the podcast with the reason we are 3 Dads. We got L, we got D, and we got C. And they're going to review the Batman. So what was your favorite part of the Batman, L?
To be honest, my favorite part would have to be, it was near the end. It was after the flood where we could hear the Joker and then the criminal just discussing, you know.
Oh my god.
Nice.
What's-
How about yours, D?
I honestly like
What'd you like?
Which part did you like?
It's okay, buddy. Take your time.
honestly
Dude, stop.
Did you like the fighting scenes?
yeah.
Which
I
was
like
it?
the fighting scenes.
Did you like the Batmobile?
I like the Batmobile.
What about the motorcycle? The bat.
Yeah.
Motorcycle.
That's good.
I honestly like the fighting parts.
What'd you like, C?
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with L right now. That was actually my favorite part when we saw the Joker. Or not,
Mhm.
well, heard the Joker, not saw the Joker.
And what did you think of the Riddler? Do you think he was creepy?
No, he was just brutal. Dang brutal.
For real.
Looking like a college student that just messed up on his first semester.
And then what about the Penguin? Did you like the Penguin?
Okay, thing I didn't like about Penguin, he had a long nose, right?
Yeah.
And he had that thing, what was that called?
Scar?
No, not Scar.
It actually looked like
No,
a real penguin.
like that
Oh, the
glass
glass.
thing.
Oh, the glass.
Yeah.
You did?
No, he didn't have it,
Oh.
but that's in the
How,
cartoons.
how about this,
Look more
Dominic?
like that.
Or C and D?
C and D.
Did you guys think that
CD.
was a Catwoman cutie?
No, she was not
No.
cutie.
She was not cute.
No.
She looked totally different.
She was pretty.
She
I
looked
wouldn't say that.
with that
Oh, okay.
hood on. No.
That was a mask,
Oh, the
dude.
makeshift.
With that mask, no.
All right, what's your
Watch
final
this.
thoughts on the movie? Would you watch it again? Would you?
I would definitely.
I would
watch it.
definitely watch it
Do you
again.
I
want
would
to
watch
see a
it again.
sequel?
Yes, we need a sequel.
Yeah,
We
especially,
need the Batman too.
especially how they had the Joker and the Riddler talking at the end. It makes us think like there's gonna be another movie, so there probably
yeah,
is gonna be one.
so
Yeah, they already confirmed that there was going to be a second.
Well, thank you for listening to 3 Dads in a Podcast. Please like, share,
was that short?
subscribe, and peace. Adios.